Hey everyone, welcome back to another event. In this event we are going to cover the newest addition to the game called Storm Passage. Storm Passage is the newest event in the game that is pretty much only requiring you few logins during the day and really only few clicks a day to get you insane profit in diamonds and summons. So Storm Passage is a battleship type of event which you have 3 ships optional to ship daily. Now I do not suggest doing all 3 at the same time if you're someone who doesn't have one of the strongest teams or other strongest heroes in the game. So if you're not a whale, I do not suggest going all 3 at a time, but rather going one at a time since the team set are pretty much saved into the battle slot, so you will always run these teams pretty much. As you can see, I didn't even set up this ship number 1 because I never actually run it. So I was only running the ship number 1 or the ship number 2. Now, as you can see, I have loaded up the game and I already got this type of legendary ship. This is one of the best ships. It's definitely not the best, but it's one of the best because I got it for free. What does that mean? That means I shouldn't be wasting my diamonds to reroll it, but actually just take the free 500 diamonds and all the extra resources that come with it for basically doing nothing. Why is this great? Because it's additional 500 diamonds guaranteed a day for pretty much free. This ship mode is basically the best game mode the game has ever given to free-to-play players or to non-spenders because it's really a lot of resources for free for basically doing nothing. So the way that the ship mechanic work is you're going to start off at the lowest tier ship and you will have a free reset. Free reset goes for every single ship each day and you can use it only once. We're going to use it and now it becomes 4 diamonds. This is for 5 times, so we're going to use it. If you're someone who's not spending, this is already a profit. So 400 diamonds for 200 refresh is still a profit, so I think you should be taking this. But since we are testing and I'm not really aiming for the diamonds, I'm going to go forward. So the third refresh isn't really worth taking. The fourth refresh is alright if it would be like a first refresh, and then the fifth refresh, which becomes guaranteed legendary and it gives you insane amount of diamonds, so it's actually worth taking because you basically made back a lot of diamonds from here and that is still a profit. Now after this, every single refresh is going to cost 200 diamonds each and each ship is going to be guaranteed to be legendary. And as you can see, there's a lot of different various options to pick from it. I'm going to take the mythic stone because I do need it, because I do want to summon on the next relic forge, hence why I'm going to depart the ship. So as you can see, that was my third ship of the day. I already did the ships for today. These are the ships that I'm currently borrowing to my guild, so these are the teams. The teams do pretty well job at defending as they have never really actually failed. And this is where you can see your previous shippings, which means you can see the previous rewards you got. As you can see, I got the old summon, the pet summon, and a few other rewards such as diamonds and even more old summons. I'm always going to recommend rerolling until you get the legendary ship, as I said, and after 6 refreshes it's basically guaranteed to be every legendary ship, and which means it's really about 10 rerolls total to actually still profit. So in my opinion, always reroll until you reach the profit sum back or until you reach the reward you want. Do not go over 1000 limit in my opinion a day, because even though you're almost guaranteed to profit no matter what, don't get sucked into it and don't lose out on the diamonds. When it comes to raiding, the raids are pretty useless. It's not as useless, but issue is you can never really raid the main reward. So when raiding, you should only pick the player that has a lot of diamonds at 200. So the player that has a lot of diamonds for 200, you will raid in hopes to getting that as a main reward. You cannot get the legendary reward from raiding, it seems. At least we have not seen anyone get it yet. But yeah, just so you don't have a lot of hopes in terms of getting it. So you will basically always want to raid someone who has 200 diamonds in their pool of rewards to actually try and get them, as that's pretty much the only valuable option to go for. These two don't have diamonds, so I'm not going to bother attacking them. I'm going to wait 20 seconds to refresh another opponent. Another thing that you can do is to share these players both into your guild or private chats, and then other players will be able to attack them as well, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, let's raid this guy again and hope to get the 200 diamonds, which is additional profit daily for the diamonds during the day. I didn't get them, so it's not really a biggie, it's really whatever. As I said, we can't get the legendary bounty rewards from raiding, which is fine in my opinion, because imagine spending a lot of diamonds to get the main reward only for them to end up getting raided. It's not really something to look forward to. You also have these paid watches, which you can use pretty much reroll for free, but they are gotten with the money from the weekly deals, or rather from the weekly passes, I think, the weekly decrease. I got 16, I used them easily in one day, so they're not something massive, but they still cheapen your diamond spending. And yeah, that's really about it. So Storm Passage, a really amazing free-to-play game mode that doesn't really require a lot of time. It only requires some diamonds, and eventually you get them back anyway. So as to recap, definitely worth spending diamonds at least 10 times for rerolls, because you're almost guaranteed to make it back. Raids are pretty much useless, you shouldn't worry about them, even though you can get the 200 diamonds from the raids if you're lucky enough. And it's not really worth setting the support settings, because the rewards are pretty worthless, but apart from that, the mode is overall really nice and a really nice addition to the game. And that's about it, and see you in the next one.